That is a science experiment if I've ever seen one. Welcome to EngineCraft Garage. Today we got this Homelite power washer. This was purchased in 2010 and then used one time and then has not seen the light of day since. So this has been sitting for roughly about 16 years. Today we're going to get into it and see what's going on. First place we should probably look is in this fuel tank, because if it's been sitting for that long, we definitely have some fuel issues. Oh, yeah, that's, let me grab a light. See down in there? Look at that. All right, well, that's going to have to be addressed. I don't know how. We'll figure it out. Let's check to see if this thing's got spark. This just goes to show you how little this engine has run. Look at the spark plug. It looks brand new. Turn this on. Oh yeah. We got spark. So next thing we got to move on to is fuel here. And I bet this carburetor is just going to look terrible. I'm not going to do a compression test because I doubt there's any compression issues whatsoever with this being as new as it is. So the next thing we're going to move on to is this carburetor here, which is one of those ones where the thing's in the way and it just, why? All right, let's start trying to get this carburetor off. First, we should probably remove this air box. Look at that. Minty filter. Can I even get a wrench in there? I mean, come on. I can't even get a wrench in there. They put this stuff together before they even put it on the frame here, and it's like, all right, well, after fighting with that for a little while, probably won't be able to get this air cover off. Oh, would you look at that? I can't. All right, I'm going to have to do what I didn't want to do. That's remove the engine. But it's easy enough. It's only 4 bolts, so. Well, we don't have to completely remove it. I just wanted to be able to slide this forward so I can get all of this off. What am I hung up on now? Come on. There we go. Get our gasket off here. Breather hose is split. All right. Fuel line. Probably nothing coming out of that. So the throttle is completely stuck. Look at just in the throat of the carburetor. Yeah, it doesn't look good. All right, so I'm gonna try to get some carb clean. We have to break this throttle free in order to get the throttle linkage off. The only other way to get this off is to take these studs out. Then you can flip the carburetor whichever way you want. But these studs are not fun to get in and out. If you guys could smell this, you probably know exactly what rotten fuel smells like. Get that out. Get our return spring out. All right. Oh, it's off. Let's go put this on the bench and see what lovely things hide inside this. All right, let's get this bull nut. Actually, first thing I want to do is try to knock this. There we go. Get that off there. Don't need it. That as well. Look at that. Let's get this bull nut off. Ooh. You can already tell it's gonna be gross. Ugh. Yeah. That is a science experiment if I've ever seen one. Ooh. This thing is bad. Oh, that is some foul smelling fuel. I guarantee this needle is stuck. What can we do here to try to get this needle out without breaking the float? Let's get some carb cleaner and try to spray that. Is that helping at all? Maybe. I've smelled a lot of rotten fuel, and this is by far one of the worst. Well, that broke. Spray it in this way, and then we can also spray it through. Oh, right in the eye. Oh, give me a second. Don't do what I just did. That was bad. All right, now that I can kind of see straight. Let's get this off of here. See what's in here. Probably should grab a socket instead of using the nut lathe. Yep, just what I thought. How about now? You gotta come out now? There we go. Got it out. Look how bad that is. Whew. This is where your main jet's supposed to go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let this sit in ultrasonic for some time to see if any of this can get cleaned out. Let's see if I have another one of these. Let's put everything that we can in the ultrasonic. Those two things in there. This should be fine. I'm not going to be able to get any jets out. Well, I might be able to get the pilot jet out. In order to get the pilot jet out, you have to undo the throttle screw. And then it should just pop out. This one's probably going to be seized pretty good. I really don't want to break it. Let's see if we can turn it a little bit. Yep. Got it moving a little bit. This is plastic, and they are a pain sometimes when they get stuck. Free. Yeah, that's probably clogged solid too. We'll clean that out as well. All right, all this stuff goes into the ultrasonic. Got our T-ball. We got our bowl and float. Float should come back up. And then our carb body. This is only on 10 minutes, and we're definitely going to need more time than that. Maybe 20? Okay, see you in 20. All right, I got everything back out of the ultrasonic and blown off, and look at that. Looks like brand new. A lot of people ask me what I use in my ultrasonic. I use Berryman's Chem Dip, and I have not found anything that works better than that. Yes, it's a little bit aggressive on seals and stuff like that, but I have yet to run into any issues with it. I mean, the results speak for themselves. This thing looks brand new. We got that, the float. This is still a little gummed up, so I'm going to spray some carb clean in there and clean that out. But everything else looks perfect. Bolt came perfectly clean. A little bit of carb clean and some persuasion, and that thing is clean too. Let's get the reassembling. Oh, and I did look through my hoard of carburetors, and I did find something that I think will work. Grab a torch tip cleaner and make sure all of these passageways are clear. Last thing I want to do is reassemble this carburetor and put it back on the machine, and it doesn't work. Especially since you have to basically loosen the whole engine again. I might be able to get this jet out now. It's gummy, but I think I got it. There we go. Spray some carb cleaner down there. Yep, it's coming out. Here's our jet. It looks like I can see through it, so the ultrasonic did break all that up. I just wanted to make sure. I got a micro drill bit set here. The pilot jet on almost every engine that comes out is usually set a little lean. And I like enlarging them about one jet size. Or one drill bit size, I should say. So just put that in here. Of course, plane is flying over. Anyways, this is all drilled out. Should be clean. Let's give it a little spray again. All right. Let's plop this back in. There's flats on both sides. So when you press this back in, it just goes in against that flat on the carburetor. All right, we are all back together. This is ready to go back on the machine. The unfortunate part is I can't just hook a temporary fuel line to this and have it run because it's a power washer. It has to be connected to water. So we're gonna get this all back together, and I think we're gonna swap the tank out. Okay, I got this all together, and what I did is I let the Berryman's Chem Dip sit in the gas tank for a few hours. Now there's still some stuff in there, but it is much better than it was. So we're gonna put some fresh gas in here and at least see if this thing will cough. Put something semi-fresh in here. Should be more than enough. Thing I want to do before anything is check this oil. Oh, it is so clean. Not black at all. Freshy oil. So that's good. Should never ever start a power washer that's not connected to the water, but I just want to see if this thing will fire. Nice. Now, is it actually building pressure? The way that carburetor was and that tank, I didn't really have high hopes for this, but I'm happy to report it runs really good. And I used the power washer to clean the power washer. If you stayed this long, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I come out with content every week. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe and check out my channel. And if you're still here, for all of my subscribers and all the people that email me and send me messages and comments, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I'll see you next time.